Just about set for football. Blake Groupie is ready to get us started. And we are underway here on EA Sports. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020, the man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
And he is just absolutely marvelous to watch throw a football. That's something I could do all day long, watch him throw routes versus air. But he's even more impressive when their body's on the field, and he's creating with big throws downfield.
Now a run. Here's the first-round pick from April's draft. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. Herbert. Pass incomplete.
You could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw here, Herbert. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. They'll bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6. Defensively, you really can't script the start much better. You get a 3-and-out and a sack.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. They kept him short of a first down on 1st and 2nd down. And then on 3rd down, they pick up a sack. What tremendous momentum for them to start this game.
So now the Colts will get their first opportunity with a football. And they'll be let out by their 7th-year quarterback.
We knew about the great mind coming out of Duke, and we saw the athletic ability and the potential. Watching it all come together and get better with each passing year, that's been fun. He can throw it deep, throw it short, and, of course, take off out of the pocket and beat you with his legs as well.
Throwing, Jones. That complete to Downs. Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 30-yard line.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And they get this to about the 34, a gain of just 3. The completion on 1st didn't get much, and now the run on 2nd doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
Now Jones. He'll get this one to Pittman. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Tui Pelotu, he got in there and met him behind the line of scrimmage.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Brings up 3rd down.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Back to throw. Jones. Connecting over the middle of Downs. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker, that the defense almost relaxed and said, we've got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
19, Tiger, 70 Lion.
They turn to Taylor on 4th. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the 1st down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. This carry with the extra effort is going to get him stopped up just shy of the 10. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's go now. 6.
A first carry for Amir Abdullah. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
On 4th down, here's the option. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. Boy, you know, some plays you can just sort of tell they're not going to work from the start, and that was one of them right there.
Yeah, I mean, he had every option taken away, and so all that was left for him to do was to try and keep it himself, but even he knew that he had nowhere to go.
So pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a heck of a return as he goes out of bounds across the 50, inside the 45.
We spent so much time talking about the physical side of the game. How about the mental side? They just gave up a field goal, but they didn't get down at all. Big-time return. They're set up to try and at least tie the game up.
Ready.
On 1st down, it's Hampton. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here at 1st and 10. Successful toss play to the right there. It's interesting. Teams seem to run the toss a lot more to the right than to the left.
It's usually a little more natural. Right-handed quarterback, typically your power side running the ball is to the right side with your guard and your tackle. In college football, they used to call student body right because you had everyone on that side, including a fullback leading. In the pros, they don't call it that, but it's still the same result.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
A gain of 15. 1st down, Chargers.
Herbert going to give to Hampton. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
4 yards.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Here's Herbert. Touchdown! Tyler Conklin, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers have answered that early field goal to take a 1st quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. 2nd drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a
there he goes, left side. Jonathan Taylor, touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, 65 yards. Colts are able to move back in front. They had just given up the lead, and they get it right back.
Yeah, how about that? Answered quickly. Got right back to it. And look, long drives have their place. We know that. They can wear teams down. But when you hit them with big plays like that, that can really be a shot to them. A big-time one.
Yeah, one play, but now your defense is probably saying, man, we could have used a little more rest over here. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat with a first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Play action. It's Herbert. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. How to get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups. And they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Now it's Herbert. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another first down at the Colts 42. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. Now from Colts territory, here's a first and 10 at the 42-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go over the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
Here's Herbert. Now this one finds McConkey. And this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. Fourth down. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that'll bring up fourth down. They will run for it with Hampton. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a first and 10. Herbert now. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. And the Colts are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
A short throw. This is caught by Cox. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From the 29, here's 2nd and 2.
At the 29-yard line.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 102 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
Back to Taylor on first down. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
12 more yards. That's another Colts first down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Off play action. Jones. That's going to be taken in by Downs. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. They lulled them to sleep there, so to speak. That was all set up by the running game, wasn't it?
Another example of what all offensive coordinators tell us. When the running game's operating, it really opens up the playbook, and that's when they hit them with the play action. And you can see the defenders rushing towards the line of scrimmage, then scrambling back, trying to cover. Couldn't get there in time.
Well scripted then, the big running play, now the big passing play. That'll give them 8 that time, and it'll be 2nd and a couple.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ready.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And it's a fumble. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football.
Pardon me, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys who are moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays, you're almost jumping up and down in jubilation, aren't you?
Yeah, now you've got options on 2nd down.
And big-time options. You might want to think about play action and try and get something cheap right here over the top.
They'll check this one down to Hampton. Oh, able to avoid him. And he'll be out right at the 35. 23 yards the pickup there. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll work inside here. Hampton shifts past him at the 45. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down.
Set. Ready.
Up the middle, it's Hampton. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Set. Set.
A run once more with Hampton. And tough sledding. They'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Colts are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we'll put some points up and have a little momentum going. They got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go, and move on to the next series. I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays. Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Here's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Well, obviously the pass rush gets the glory and the statistics on this play, but the coverage, they deserve a ton of credit too. Denied open windows, erased the quarterback's targets one by one. Everywhere he looked, someone was covered. Only a matter of time before someone got there to bring him down.
Finding space at the 40. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. On 1st down, Abdullah. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Operating from the gun, Jones. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Michael Pittman, 29 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. Here's Groupie for the PAT. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
And that flag accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times. But as you...
And that's caught inside the 35. And he's able to get it all the way down to the 20. A big play there for L.A. 45 yards.
This is how you answer a touchdown the other end. You come out throwing to start your own drive. And not just throwing, but pushing it down the field. And they come up with a big play as they try to answer back with a score of their own.
On the handoff, it's Hampton. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. And a Tommy Adebawore busting through to get him for a loss of 6. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
And it'll be intercepted. And the Colts force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
Let's take over 1st and 10 at their own 10-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Throw out right, pulled in by Downs. Here's a 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 13-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Jones. He'll let one go deep for Downs. And he's got some space here. And he's giving his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. After the turnover, here's Herbert. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Colts force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you meant to the guys in the other uniform. We have 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, look at the defense. They came in prepared. An excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the 3rd quarter as we're ready to kick off the 2nd half. Back out to our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, thanks very much. And we welcome all of you back here on EA Sports for quarter number 3. A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports. Powering his way forward. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this 3rd quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of football in the 2nd half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
At the 30-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Let's go now. Panther 60. Panther 60.
Looking to throw. Jones. The toss here completed to Pittman. And Pittman going to have a Colts first down as the tackle made up around the 33-yard line.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
From the gun, it's Taylor. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 143 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
50-yard line.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Well, CD, that's one of those plays you put a mark by. I mean, that could be a big momentum swing here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Yeah, we may have to revisit it, right? Because if that drive ends up in the end zone, they're sitting pretty at that point. Now, instead, it's a 2-score game that has a chance to tighten up considerably.
And a lane slow materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive.
18 Cardinal, go!
Now Jones, off play action. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This taken in by Downs. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right, throw it up in there. Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. And he is going to lose yardage here. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage. Looks like another empty possession offensively, and you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
That's a 43-yard punt, aided as well by a loss on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 46-yard line.
Back to throw. Jones. And Pittman going to have a Colts 1st down as he's across midfield to the 48.
6.
It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. The former LSU Tiger Dante Jackson on the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Now an option play on 2nd down. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. That one finds Pierce right side. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the 1st down. Trying to punch it in with Taylor. A solid stiff arm. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Over the middle, hauled in by Pierce. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. And now we're going to get a stoppage as, yeah, that looks like Jackson who's shaken up. 2nd and 8 coming from the 19. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And the Colts are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Taylor. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll run again. This time it's Abdullah. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
And he takes it in for a quick score. Daniel Jones keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Colts are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock too with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. Unable able to corral him. He fights through. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 23. The drive begins with a carry by Hampton. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Only a yard on the gain there as time will run out on this 3rd quarter of play. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Indianapolis. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 9. Now Herbert off the bootleg. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
That's taken it around the 40. And good coverage there by the punt team. They're able to get down there and drop it with authority. A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Buffalo 18.
Here's Jones, throwing to start the drive. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll be taken down deep into Charger territory. A big play there for Indy. 51 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. They'll try to run it in with Abdullah. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Amir Abdullah, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And a point after, good by Groupie. And the lead is now 24. So the celebration in the end zone, but meanwhile we do have an injured player. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a great return, solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line. The Chargers getting set to go. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
On the give, this is Hampton. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory.
He's across midfield to the 49-yard line. It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Short throw to Disley. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3. It leaves him with 4th and 1. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Here they go on 4th down. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. He gets it to Johnston. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
17 yards. That's another Chargers first down. First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll run with Hampton. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
Herbert. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Back to throw here, Herbert. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Oronde Gadsden, 27 yards. And the Chargers get a bit closer. Well, it seemed like they were so focused elsewhere they forgot about the tight end spot, and he's the one that burns them there to make this a 3-score game here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
I think there might be a little bit of defensive fatigue from those guys on that side of the ball, partner, because they've been spending their time trying to stop them from all angles. This time the tight end gets them.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And the Colts getting ready to go. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline. And they want to do it with some gusto, too.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Jones looking to change the play. They go back to Abdullah on first. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. Good gain there on first down. It keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him. Ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds and keep the clock rolling. They're in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Throwing Jones. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that will bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 47-yard line.
They give up the gun to Abdullah. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 61 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter. Looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it out. And we've got them now.
Now Jones. That complete to Downs. And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. First down.
15 yards. That's good for the Colts. First down.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Let's go.
Running from the gun, it's Abdullah. And Powell running here down to the 6-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset from the 6 now on 2nd and 3. Well, the option left, it's Jones. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Ready?
Jones now. From the gun on 3rd down. And it's caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the
1. First down and goal to go.
Let's go.
They run. Abdullah. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Amir Abdullah with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Colts add 6 to their lead. For the extra point. Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left, and that will keep our score right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And it'll end there as he goes out of bounds, but a heck of a return all the way inside the opposite 40.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
That's to Omarion Hampton out of the backfield. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
13 yards on the play. And the Chargers first down.
On first down, it's Hampton. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. It was Kwity Paye who made the stop coming off the edge. 2nd and 9. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. They snap it to Herbert. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. They start the drive with Abdullah. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. They work now on 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
They go with Abdullah again. Ooh, with a juke. Amir Abdullah. He's on his way. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Amir Abdullah finishing strong with 3 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Colts have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. Here's Groupie for the PAT. And the lead is now an even 30. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
A gain of 34 yards. First down, Chargers.
Now it's Herbert. And now here is another interception. And the Colts are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
First down 10 at their own 24.
Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly as they had hoped, if not even better. They've got the huge lead here and now the football for the final moments of the 4th.
Yeah, and it was apparent that they were the better team, right? We figured that out pretty early.
And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome. A little whipped cream on top to their ending.
As our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
The partner under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play